Critical thinking to counteract cyberbullying, an integrated response. What to do if you are a victim of cyberbullying? If you start being cyberbullied, do not hesitate to follow this process. Keep calm. Although these kinds of messages can cause you fear or other feelings, it is important that you keep calm and do not reply instantly. Record. In social media, posts can be deleted and changed easily, therefore you need to save the evidence as fast as you can. Take screenshots. Save the post if the application lets you. Save the date, time. Try to do some research about the person who is cyberbullying you, profile account, email, etc. Look for information that can facilitate their contact. Look for support. Contact the police or an emergency center in case you are in real danger. If you are not in danger, report the message to the main administrators of the social media application or website. Ask for the message to be removed after you save the evidence, in case you need it for the future. Do not keep the information for yourself. Tell the persons you trust the most about what happened and send them the evidence. They will help in case something happens. React. If you assess that the situation is not dangerous, you can try the following options. Reply with a proper manner. Remember that being aggressive will not make the situation better. Block the contact. Ignore the message. Remember the old saying, don't feed the troll. If the situation is getting out of control regarding your mental health, ask for support to an expert, psychologist. As a youth worker, what to do if your learner notifies a cyberbullying incident? If one day one of your learners notifies you a cyberbullying incident, you can follow this process. Active listening. Provide to the victim a space of trust and listen deeply their thoughts. This space should be given as soon as possible, in which you can pay 100% of your attention. Do not underestimate the situation. Keep calm. As a leader, it is important that you keep calm, otherwise you can increase the victim's feelings and emotions, which will make the process more complicated. Analyze the situation and keep records. Describe the main situation. Help the victim to record all the evidence. Take screenshots. Save the post. Save the date, time. Try to do some research about the person who sent the message, profile account, email, etc. Look for information that can facilitate their contact. Look for support. If the victim is in an immediate dangerous situation, contact the police and your organization's security team. If the victim is not in danger, ask for support to the person responsible to solve the problem. If you are the person who needs to solve the problem, make an intervention under healthy conflict resolution techniques. The administrators of the social media or website to delete the message. Any other entity who could help. If the victim is under 18 years old, contact their parents or tutors and notify them about the situation. If the victim is older than 18 years old, convince them to notify the ones they trust the most. Follow up the case to make sure that the victim receives the necessary support. If you consider the situation has affected the victim's mental health, recommend them to go to a specialist, psychologist, to address these challenges. Supervise the bully. In case that the bully belongs to the same learning environment, do constant supervisions to prevent a new incident. What to do if you are a bystander? The dynamics of a cyberbullying episode can be influenced by a variety of measures used by bystanders during and after the incident. During the incident, one intervention is standing up for the person being cyberbullied. By voicing their disapproval of the cyberbullying conduct, bystanders can take proactive steps to support and protect the victim. Furthermore, a bystander can disseminate a strong message that cyberbullying is not acceptable in the environment. Once the action is intervened and bullies are publicly evidenced, they can quit from their harassing behavior. One effective measure to deal with cyberbullying is to step in as a group. It shows that cyberbullying is not accepted in the community when a number of bystanders come together and confront the bully. This will give the victim a fast support. Bully will think twice to continue with future incidents as they will know that there is a peer group who will not tolerate cyberbullying. Bystanders can also use more subtle tactics, such as changing the topic to blur a cyberbullying scenario. Bystanders can successfully lessen the impact of the episode by guiding the group away from the bad energy originated. This strategy is useful for not confronting the perpetrator directly. Reflection is a powerful tool for counteracting cyberbullying. Asking the bully to explain their actions or intentions might cause the bully to reflect on their conduct. This can make the bully change their behaviors. This approach fosters empathy and provides a positive dialogue about the negative effects that can cause to a victim. Bystanders can effectively diffuse tension during a cyberbullying episode by using comedy to lighten the severe situation. Humor can assist to change the emotional tone and lessen the bully's incentive to carry out their acts. However, it should be used sensitively and with caution in order not to hurt anybody. Additionally, it can foster a more relaxed environment that facilitates understanding and collaboration. Finally, as some bullies tend to denigrate their victims, bystanders can make comments that give back the value of the person. If bullies see that the victim is respected and cherished by the rest of the group, they will quit from these behaviors. Furthermore, validation can give back the victim's self-esteem and the harmful consequences of cyberbullying can be mitigated. After the incident, contacting the cyberbullied person in private is a useful measure of providing support. If bystanders express to the victim support and confidentiality, victims can have a safe space to talk about their experience and feelings. Also, victims will become aware that they are not alone to deal with this. This can help the victim to develop resilience and cope with the problem. In certain cases, as long as they consider that they will not put their lives at risk, bystanders can contact the bully privately. This measure works, especially when bystanders and bullies have a close relationship. If bystanders talk to the perpetrator about their harms and consequences, they might change their actions. The bully will re-evaluate the repercussions, which might make them quit. However, it is important that bystanders take precautions to protect themselves when using this strategy, as it might lead to unexpected results. The reporting of bullying to an authority, police, youth worker, parent, or organization manager, etc., is a crucial action that bystanders need to undertake. With this, bystanders will guarantee that the cyberbullying event will be appropriately handled. Reporting is crucial for making the bully responsible for their acts, protect the victim from future incidents, preventing the victim to be more in danger, create an environment where cyberbullying is not tolerated, etc. Advices for protecting from cyberbullying. In order to prevent from being involved as a victim of cyberbullying, follow the below advices that will help you to protect your online interactions. Social media for friends. Making your social media profiles posts friends only can help you protect your data by limiting who can see your updates and private information to people you know and trust. Being selective when accepting friend requests on social media is another important tactic. It is better to only accept requests from people you have really met and are familiar with in order to keep your online presence safe and controlled. Do not give full access of your posts to people you have just met. Your safety will be further increased if you configure your social networks to only accept requests from friends and from friends of friends. It will be a filter to reduce the likelihood of strangers who pretend to be friends from another friend. Although having lots of contacts who see your content can be fun, this easy step lowers the chance of being exposed to possible threats or unwanted attention by letting you keep control over who may see your posts. In this way, people you do not really know will find hard to reach to your personal information, activities, contacts, pictures, etc. Do not post publicly your private information. For your protection, be careful while disclosing private information on social media, ID number, address, phone number, etc. Whenever you can, restrict the accessibility of your primary contact information, education, job, location, etc. Also be aware that not all sections of the profile are mandatory, so avoid filling in spaces where you can disclose this information. Always use a private message over a public post when you need to communicate sensitive information with a friend, such as your phone number. Furthermore, do not share your private information to friends if they do not need them for a real specific good purpose. These measures lessen the possibility that your personal information may end up in the wrong hands and preventing cyberbullying incidents such as identity theft, cyberstalking, etc. Do not use your real name. Using a gender-neutral screen name or pseudonym rather than your real name on social media platforms can offer an additional degree of security. Using a pseudonym helps you remain anonymous and protect your identity from potential dangers. It will be harder for perpetrators to find out your real-life details. However, use this anonymity in a responsible way. Turn off geolocation settings. Your physical location may be accidentally revealed by geolocation technologies, raising security risks. Hence, it is important to turn off the GPS on your phone. Disable geolocation settings on your different accounts, social media, apps, etc. This will reduce the possibility that you unintentionally share your location to others that could reach you in the real world. In this way, you will improve your personal safety and privacy. Strangers might be dangerous. In terms of personal safety, it is relevant to be aware that the communication with strangers might be risky. People that you only have met online might not always have good intentions. Their interactions can lead to cyberbullying in the form of sextortion, cyberstalking, catfishing, etc. This will put your privacy and well-being compromised. Never give personal information to somebody you have not met in the real world. Also, do not send images or videos that include sensitive material. Remember that these materials can be used against you, affecting your finances, reputation, etc. Manage your passwords properly. Never share your passwords. They are the keys to your digital existence. Even with someone you trust, sharing your credentials might come with unanticipated threats. Giving someone your password essentially gives them access to your online environment, which may contain private messages, financial data, sensitive emails, private documents, etc. This raises the possibility of identity theft and the compromising of other important online assets. In addition, you are exposing yourself to potential privacy violations and unauthorized access to your accounts. Furthermore, selecting secure passwords that are difficult to guess is essential. There is a serious security risk when using passwords that are simple to figure out. For example, including in your passwords birth dates, pet names, popular terms, etc. Malicious actors that have access to your social media accounts or publicly accessible information about you may be able to crack these kinds of passwords. Nowadays, strong passwords are mandatory to improve your online security. Make a password difficult to be hacked using a mix of capital and lowercase letters, digits, and special characters. Below, you will find tips for the proper management of your passwords that you need to apply in a frequent basis. Use a different password for each account. Regularly update passwords. Enable two-factor authentication. Different accounts for different purposes. Your digital privacy and security are improved by keeping your email addresses separate. Think about the habit of keeping different email accounts for different purposes, each with a particular function in your online life. One way to handle business academic contact is to set up a unique email address for work, education-related correspondence, particularly if you deliver documents through that account. You can designate a different email address for social media and less formal personal communications. You may use a third email address, often called a spam email, to sign up for subscriptions, specials, or any other circumstance where you could expect a larger number of promotional material. Your personal and business correspondence is shielded from potential risks by this segregation of email addresses. In this way, the attacker might not be able to access every element of your online identity, even if one of your email addresses is hacked. Although that spam emails might not have as much importance as the rest, it is relevant that it should be protected from any hacking attempts. Perpetrators may try to get to this email, and if they succeed, they will be able to access to all your subscriptions. Limit permissions. Be cautious when allowing access when registering for new apps, games, completing online tests, etc. Your social network account information is requested by many apps, and although this may seem harmless, it might put your security at danger. Additionally, some application security features might not be strong enough to shield your data from any dangers. Under such circumstances, a doxing hacker may penetrate the app's security and have access to all of your personal data. It is best to register for applications using a distinct username and password rather than giving access to one of your social media accounts in order to reduce these hazards. Avoid phishing. In Chapter A Masquerading, Catfishing, Phishing, Digital Identity Theft, you will find different measures to prevent to become a victim. Use a VPN. Essentially, a virtual private network, or VPN, covers your IP address and encrypts your internet traffic to improve online privacy and security. VPN can tangentially improve your general internet security, which can reduce the probability of being part of cyberbullying incidents. Anonymity. A VPN will hide your IP address, making more difficult for perpetrators to link your online interactions to your real location. Safe data transmission. By encrypting your internet traffic, a VPN will reduce the possibility of intercepting your communications, including private messages and sensitive data. The Think tool for a healthy online communication. Building a healthy communication in our virtual communities is essential to addressing and preventing cyberbullying. Healthy, especially respectful, communication can boost empathy, understanding, and responsibility for our actions. Analyzing our thoughts before speaking can help to promote a culture where people feel secure, supported, and included. An important tool for assessing the words we use and the ideas we explore on a regular basis is the acronym THINK. These acronyms let us function as a guide for evaluating the impact and quality of our words and ideas. T. Is it true? Truth is the main basement of enhancing a good attitude, good communication, and good relationships. We need to make sure what we are saying or thinking is factually correct before expressing information or giving our point of view. Expressing lies or accepting misleading information can cause mistrust, confusion, and harm to the implicated persons. H. Is it helpful? Sometimes our truth statements can harm others. Not only our ideas and words should be honest, but they should also have a purpose. Before saying something, we should consider whether it would be beneficial for the person or the main situation. Will our words offer support, guidance, or answers? If not, it might be best to keep it silent. Is it inspiring? Inspiration is a potent energy that has the capacity to motivate and raise ourselves and everyone around us. Our mind should be filled with positive, encouraging, and inspiring thoughts. In most of times, our inner dialogue is expressed in our daily behaviors and communication. If our inner dialogue is positive, we will be able to create an inspirational environment with other people. And is it necessary? We need to think about whether our ideas or words are necessary in the specific situation. Excessive or unnecessary information might impede our ability to communicate and think clearly, making it more difficult to concentrate on the things that are really important. K. Is it kind? The golden rule that has to govern both our internal dialogue and our relationships with other people is kindness. We need to evaluate if the words and ideas we express are done with respect and empathy. A kind comment can make a big impact in our own and other people's well-being. If we comply with the 5 letters, we will become more mindful in our ideas, words, and actions. We will reach a healthier and productive communication which will contribute positively in our interactions and relationships within the digital world. Teaching Unit: The Tree of the Healthy Digital Environment. Duration: 1 hour. The objective of this exercise is to stimulate creative thinking and engagement in fostering a positive online atmosphere. Step 1. Divide your learners into different groups. Step 2. Each group will have to draw a tree. Ask your participants to write down in the tree's roots the best practices for reaching a healthy digital environment. They will also need to think about different personal and social consequences after reaching a healthy environment. Each of the positive consequences should be included in different trees' fruits, such as apples. Step 3. Ask each group to present their trees. Step 4. Make some reflections and conclusions as a group. Step 5. Paste the trees in your facilities. Also, ask your learners to take them pictures and publish them in their social media. Teaching unit, the Rainbow of Hearts. Duration, 2 hours. The aim of this activity is to create a safe environment for LGBTQ+ learners. The activity will raise awareness in all learners, no matter their sexual orientation or gender identity, to counteract cyberbullying and promote a culture of respect. This activity might contribute to facilitate the process of self-discovery and disclosure in learners from this community. With this, all learners will be able to work in an inclusive room, where everyone is accepted as they are. Step 1. Make a rainbow on cardboard. The size of the rainbow will depend on the size of the group and the hearts to be made. Step 2. Gather sheets of paper in the colors of the LGBTQ+ flag. Cut these sheets into square shapes. Give each student 2 squares. Step 3. Each student will have to create 2 hearts. Provide them the following instructions on the book. Step 4. Each student will have to write a message to each heart. Heart 1. Give a message so a person from the LGBTQ+ community feels supported. Heart 2. Give a message to prevent discrimination and cyberbullying against persons from the LGBTQ+ community. Step 5. Ask each learner to share their hearts with the rest of the group and paste them in the rainbow. Step 6. Paste the heart in the learning room. The rainbow will serve as a safe space sign to let learners know that the environment is LGBTQ+ friendly. Learners should know that youth workers and the organization staff are willing to challenge any type of language, harassment, or cyberbullying actions. Support any person from this community in their journey of self-discovery and disclosure. Teaching unit, the Anti-Cyberbullying T-shirt movement. Duration, 3 days, total 10 hours. The main aim of the activity is to empower learners as ambassadors in anti-cyberbullying within the learning organization. The creation of the T-shirt can be done within the class or at home. Note, therefore, it is important that this activity is made after the whole group acquires knowledge and understanding of all the chapters of this book. Day 1. Step 1. Tell your learners that during the next days they will create a T-shirt using ideas to promote anti-cyberbullying to the rest of the members of the organization. Learners should start making a sketch design in order to capture all their ideas. Sketching will also help them to make a list of the materials that they will use for decorating the T-shirt. Improve creative skills. Develop different ideas in the brain that can be changed in paper rather than doing them directly on the T-shirt. Enhance confidence in which ideas can be turned in tangible results, etc. Below are some beautiful ideas that you can give to your students so they can consider them in their sketches. Painting. Use patches. Use glitter. Make shapes or letters with sequin or beads. Use clothes or ribbons to make 3D figures. T-shirt embroidery. Cut out old T-shirts into a creative style. Tie-dye. Cut a figure out of the T-shirt and put a piece of cloth behind it. Step 2. Set a special date and ask your learners to bring the T-shirt to class and the materials needed. Due to environmental purposes, it is recommended that they take an old T-shirt that they do not longer use. Day 2. Step 3. On the fixed date, learners will have to design their T-shirts according to their previous sketches. Day 3. Step 4. Set a new date so learners can bring the T-shirt on. The main idea is that learners become anti-cyberbullying ambassadors. They will initiate a proactive movement for raising awareness about cyberbullying. It is important that they promote a healthy environment on both in real and online youth communities. Beyond just being visually attractive, these T-shirts will have a deeper meaning. They will be a badge for the ambassadors. The rest of the learners and staff from the organization will be able to easily identify them. Hence, ambassadors should be able to wear their T-shirt in future days. These young activists will clearly communicate to their peers that they can solve their doubts about cyberbullying. Provide advices to reach a healthy online environment. Support victims on incidents. Motivate other learners to talk about their experiences. Anti-cyberbullying ambassadors will become an important figure in the organization for eradicating cyberbullying. They will also contribute in creating an environment under principles of kindness, respect, and empathy.